What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this evening. So what we're going to be covering in this update is a little bit of the Ortex short interest and utilization data on AMC and on GAMME. And we're also going to be going over some of the technicals that are really screaming bullish momentum going forward. AMC did something today that it has not done in a very, very long time, since right before the January run-up of 2021. Everything is setting up to kind of continue these big moves. Now, it is very possible that tomorrow we do see a little bit of a pullback day, but overall, the momentum is screaming bullish. We're going to be going over some of the danger zones that we need to look out for in terms of where the shorts are really going to start bleeding out. We're going to be going over the max pain, the options chain, the thought that basically shorts have no more shares left to borrow, the cost to borrow, and exactly what we're looking at going forward into the end of this week. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And again, guys, you've seen how much success people have been having with 1348 and the strategy that we teach surrounding those 1348 crosses over in the Discord. But we do have a little bit of an announcement for you guys. We are giving you guys right now about 70 stocks for free on the 4-hour crossover. But we are trying to get up to, we are kind of loading up about 300 to 500 stocks right now. And again, we are going to be doing those one-on-one sessions in premium. We have the 20 private live streams every single month. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check out that link down below. So Amy closed the day today at $29.35, up 44.91%. What we see here really is, one, the apes never left. They're not leaving. We're still here buying. We're still here talking about everything that's going on with these stocks. We didn't go anywhere. All of these big media institutions have been saying for months that, nope, the stock is dead. It's going down. We've seen all the shills in the live chats, but guess who is wrong? All of them. So when we take a look at what AMC did today on the daily time frame, this is what I really want you to look at today. We just got that 1348 cross on the daily. Very, very, very bullish indicator. But we also got a closing candle right above this 200 exponential moving average. We have not seen this type of action on AMC since we saw this massive run up right in the January run-up when everything was going wild the first time these stocks went crazy. So again, a lot of these indicators, we were looking at the 4-hour for a while, and then we were kind of calling out this daily chart with these 1348 crosses and the 200 EMA. We are finally starting to see this all come together. Now, taking a look at the Ortex updates over here, we've got 100% utilization over here, which again isn't necessarily accurate because as we see over here, the shares on loan has gone from about 132 million all the way up to 138 million over the last couple of weeks. So what we're seeing here is the shares on loan are going up. The cost to borrow is slowly starting to go up as well. Once we start getting over that 140 million, 145 million shares on loan, we're going to see those cost to borrow numbers step up even further, putting even more pressure on these shorts that are trying to push this stock down. Now, the estimated short interest right now, 20.93%, still very, very, very high. Now, we're going to come back to this chart right here in a little bit, but I want to just kind of bring your attention to GameStop really quickly. 87% max cost to borrow. That is absolutely insane. Now remember, these stocks are most likely going to move together. So when we see one of these stocks start to get really, really good data and price movement going into basically their direction, their favor, well, we're most likely going to see the other ones start to follow. We have 24.79% estimated short interest. Very, very, very high. Now, I want to talk very briefly about some of these danger zones right here. And this is the one that we're kind of starting to head into. We've broken through this one right here, the one from January, and a little bit of this one from February as well when they were trying to push it below 20. But what we look at here is the average days on loan. What this essentially says is that when the average days on loan is going down, they take out a boatload of shares in order to sell them into the open market to short the stock. When you look at the days around the average days on loan is going down, you can kind of determine the price levels where the shorts are really coming out to attack. So when we look at November 15th right here, and we kind of pull up the chart where November 15th was way back here. Let's see, November 15th, well, we were trading at 42. We're not necessarily approaching that danger zone yet, but there's these other danger zones down here where they're taking out a lot of shares. It was right here as well. We're blowing through them. We are putting a lot of pressure on these short institutions, which is a very, very good thing. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about kind of what is going on with Untitled Chapter right now and with AMC. So a lot of people are seeing this 0 shares available to borrow in thinking that there's actually no shares left at any broker or essentially any financial institution that would provide shares to lend out. Untitled Chapter is only getting their data from one broker, so there's no shares available at this one broker. We've seen many times that this has happened where you see one of these different sources is saying there's no shares left to borrow, and then you see 1.41 million net borrow in a day, specifically on AMC, and the shares on loan are continuing to go up. But it is still a very good thing to see because it means that scarcity aspect of the shares going out on loan is starting to come back, and that is going to start jacking up those cost to borrow numbers once again. Now, when we think about what's going on with the price action with AMC as well, there's a very high potential for a significant gamma squeeze right now, just based off of where the max pain is, the options volume, the option open interest, and the price action that we saw today. So when we come over to this max pain website right here, the max pain is $18 a share. But wait, what's AMC trading at right now? Well, in the after hours, we're up about 1% right now. It's getting pretty volatile, and we're trading at $29 right here. So $29.74. Well, that's way above max pain. When we think about max pain as a range, remember, they're not going to be able to sell enough puts to counteract all of these people buying the calls in order to maintain that directionally neutral status. When we come over to Untitled Chapter again, and we kind of take a look at what the options are looking like, just today already, there's 89,000 call contracts in the money with, guess what? Only 172 put contracts in the money. This is a massive imbalance in what we're seeing here, and it is wildly tilted in our favor. Now, in addition to this, I also want to show you guys the exact option chain for what we're looking at on AMC going into the end of this week. So look at the volume over here. This is very similar to what we saw last week. We're seeing 50,000 in volume at 26, 24,000 in volume at 25.50, 86,000 in volume at 25, 24,000 at 28, 90,000 contracts traded at that $30 strike just today alone. Now, there's 11,000 contracts in open interest at this 30, but think about this. We are not seeing this volume potentially reflected in these open interest numbers yet. The market maker's role here is essentially to make the market for these options. So what they're doing is if somebody needs to buy these options or if there's a market for them, the market makers are going to have to sell these options to retail investors, to institutions, or whoever wants to buy them. So if they're creating these new contracts over here, well, this is going to counter into and filter into these open interest numbers and make this gamma potential so much dirtier than we thought before. And again, guys, this is just a weekly expiration date. This is people gambling on weekly options. There are so many contracts in the money right now. And we go over to the monthly. Yeah, the volume is going to be slightly lower. But as people start to kind of pile in and we start to see these situations play out, the open interest in the volume on this chain over here, the April monthly, is probably going to get wildly insane as well. So that is a really strong day that we saw here for AMC. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So I hope you guys are having a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.